Aries, I love you. Also, hi, welcome to my channel. This is Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. I am honored and privileged to get to read your cards for you this May of the year 2022. I am interested, Aries, this is good for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I am interested, Aries, in messages today. More than interested. I'm choosing messages to receive messages today from your guides that will empower you, strengthen you, enlighten you. Only messages that really will help you see your life, your present moment, yourself, your future, others in the most generous, loving way possible, because love is power, Aries, and when we have the most loving, generous view of others and of the things outside of us and ourselves, we actually, that's the miracle frequency. That's the frequency that brings true miracles into our lives and true positive transformations. We play an active role in the blessings, the good things that come to us. So I want to help you help yourself and bring those blessings to you, Aries. Take a moment and call in your guides, your ascended masters, angels and archangels. What are the messages for Aries for the month of May? Messages for Aries for the month of May. Whoa, what the heck just happened there, Aries? Five of Cups, okay. Queen of Cups, okay. Princess of Wands, hello. Aries, wow, this is really interesting. Some of you are in a place of grieving and mourning a loss this month. This is not necessarily something that you are losing this month, Aries. This could be something that you have already lost, that maybe you lost a while ago. But you are processing your grief. You're mourning this thing. You're mourning the loss of this thing. In a very present way. You're really showing up for yourself this month, showing up for yourself as you process harder feelings, darker feelings, let's call them. I'm seeing you kind of shepherd your shadow self through the night. Maybe like I'm hearing kind of like you're wow, I don't know why this is coming to me. This is what's coming through. I'm hearing that this month you are acting as the doula for your future self. You're bringing your shadow self through this like dark place only to be reborn in light. Which is very much like this birth metaphor of like coming through the birth canal. You're like, you think your life's over, you're in the dark, you're in shadow, and then you are overwhelmed by the light of your new world and of your new life. The moment you are actually born is what you were fearing the whole time. The thing that you were afraid of, you were thinking was your death, and it's actually the moment of your birth. I'm really linking that. I'm hearing that is so linked to you grieving something, Aries, you mourning something, the loss of something. And it's like mourning your time in the womb, you know, grieving your life being over, your life in the womb being over. And you really have no idea what's to come. You don't know what's on the other side of that. You're about to enter this world that is full of so much more potential than what life in the womb was. But you don't have any context of that. You have no knowing of that. It's just entering this unknown. And so of course it's like you assume it's the end somehow. Mourning this life of yours is somehow the end. It means somehow your death. But it's not, Aries. It really could be your birth. I see it yielding a version of yourself that is so in tune with your most authentic, honest self. Someone who really honors their feelings, who sees their feelings as important tools, someone who is so in touch with their feelings that it helps them creatively, on a creative level, on an artistic level. Someone who just creates like a life for themselves that is better than anything they could have imagined, because they surrendered to the grief in that moment. They surrendered to the feelings of loss in that moment, and they still allowed life to continue. They still kept moving down the birth canal to enter this new life, even though they knew they were leaving behind everything they ever knew. That is the thing that liberates you. That is the thing that allows you to create a life bigger, better, more fantastical than anything you could have imagined. I'm seeing you transform your life with creativity, transform your life through really acknowledging and accepting how you truly feel about things, and making changes accordingly. I feel some of you, I need to say, all is not lost in this loss that you feel. In fact, what is still standing, what is still there, what's on the other side of this is actually it allows you to focus on what's important. It's like losing this thing, you know, it's like losing like a nail in your foot, you know, losing a, God, what's the word I'm looking for? Like losing a knife in your side. It's like, yeah, maybe you'll miss the knife because you're really used to it. It's like, that was my knife. I loved my knife. But losing it actually will allow you to heal and allow you to rebuild your body in a way that makes you stronger. You'll be able to move in a way you weren't able to move before. Others of you, you're dealing with this grief this month. You're dealing with this loss. And the biggest obstacle is the emotional intelligence that comes from facing this loss. So you feel it is an obstacle. You feel like this is your enemy in a way. Like, I don't want to face this grief. I don't want to mourn this because I know the lessons it teaches me will make me too powerful. That's really what I'm hearing about Aries. Like, I know that accepting my grief, acknowledging how I feel about this, and surrendering to these feelings will give me so much emotional power. It will teach me so much emotionally that I don't know if I'm ready to be this bigger version of myself. I'm not sure I'm ready to be this like sovereign, emotionally sovereign being in my life. This emotionally sovereign force, ruler in my own life. Maybe up until this point, you you bowed down to your feelings. Your feelings didn't bow down to you. Meaning, maybe before you took your feelings, you let this grief perhaps define you in a way. You let this loss define you in a way. Because that's very normal to do. It's very normal to, we're conditioned, I think, to really define ourselves by the things that happen to us. And if something happens to us that causes us pain or heartbreak, we don't have any responsibility in how we engage with our feelings about the thing. We're victims. Or are we? This is an opportunity for some of you to rise above the thing that you lost, to rise above that thing that you have let define you, and realize that while you can't control your feelings, you can control the way you engage with them. You can control the information that you choose to take from them, that you choose to internalize from them, and what of your feelings you choose to challenge. I said this in another reading when Queen of Cups came out, and another, not Five of Cups, but Three of Swords, also a card of like sorrow. Feelings aren't facts, Aries, but feelings, engaging with your feelings, will always lead you to facts. Whether the feelings themselves hold truth or whether they are untruths that are coming up to be challenged and questioned by you. Of course, that takes someone, that requires you to be in the driver's seat, not the passenger seat. That requires you to be assertive in the way that you engage with your own heart, your own feelings. And that's hard to do, and a lot of us don't want to do that because we want to remain in the passenger seat. We want to let the experiences happen to us and justify the way we feel by the things that happen to us, the experiences that happen to us, and that's the end. That's what ultimately defines who we are and defines our lives. But there is another way. There is another way to be. And you are on the cusp, Aries, of kind of unlocking this new level of emotional sovereignty and power, and creative power. It's also very linked to that in your own life. The advice, Princess of Wands, that's Page of Wands in other decks. The advice here is really rooted in allowing your grief let's put it this way. Becoming curious about the impulses, the gut instincts that arise in you as you process your grief. Observing them, seeing what gut responses you have. And I'm talking about gut, I'm not talking about heart responses. I'm not talking about, oh no, this makes me feel a lot of doubt, this makes me feel really afraid. It's like the unfeeling part of your gut, that part that's just like, this is instinct. I don't have an emotion about this. This is neutral. This is just instinct. What do I feel instinctually in response to the grief that I'm processing? Because that will help determine your action and support you in becoming this kind of Queen of Cups, emotional sovereign being, creator of your life. That will help create a foundation that is much more rooted in gut instinct than reactive emotion, which is what I'm seeing you leaving behind with this Five of Cups, like living your life by emotionally reacting and then allowing, the chips fell and it's like, well, those are where the chips are. That's what I have to deal with now. I hope that's clear. I would love to hear how this looks specifically for you in your life, Aries, so feel free to open up your heart to me and share below if you feel called to. Please like this video. Check out your other placements, your moon, sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever this video is not. Please subscribe if you haven't. Really trying to grow this channel. And I'm also, truly this is an ask from the bottom of my heart, please check out my Patreon if you would like to support this work that I'm doing, help me help you better, do more tarot readings every day, moon transit readings, pick a pile readings, more specific niche readings on love, career, family, etc. Please consider supporting my work for just a few dollars a month at my Patreon. There's also really cool bonuses and goodies there for people who want personal readings every month at a discounted price. So definitely check that out. Aries, I love you so much. I'm rooting for you as always. Thank you for joining me in this space. Isn't this amazing that we can connect in this way? I'm so grateful. I hope you are too. I love you very much, and I'll see you next time.